Hello and welcome to the Rose Hill High School Broadcasting Network Coronavirus Lockdown interview with Mr. Principal Shannon Haydock. I'm Dakota Morgan. Mr. Haydock, how are you today?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent. So what we're going to be asking today in this time of crisis is some general questions on how the lockdown and whatnot has affected you as well as the rest of the staff of Rose Hill. So without any further ado, my first question is, first and foremost, how has this affected you personally and your job as principal of Rose Hill High School?
It has brought a lot of new challenges to myself, to my staff, to the staff of Rose Hill High School, whether that's through technology issues or some type of compliance with what the state is asking us to do. The challenges have been taken on though, and we've rolled out the continuous learning plan, and we think that it's going in a very positive direction. Is it perfect? No, but we'd like to think that we're over the 90% hump in the good. We do feel like it's been a positive model for our staff and students. Has it given us some headaches and some heartburn? Yes, but we have overcome, like I said, and we feel like we're in a good spot right now with what we're trying to do.
All right, well, that's definitely good to hear. So most of the teachers are providing assignments online. I have heard that there are various guidelines for that. And recently, I have learned about the different grading systems given and provided to teachers for the quarantine. Wichita has announced their type of grading system, something about freezing grades. Do you know what Rose Hill is doing in that regard? I'm sure you do.
You know, our teachers have the autonomy to grade as they see fit within their classes and within their departments. We have very talented teachers at Rose Hill High School. Feel very confident in their abilities to deliver a curriculum and exercises, lessons, whatever you want to call them. And obviously, we have a wide array of classes, from fine arts to the core, special classes, hands-on thing, that present challenges for teachers. We want to have the philosophy as a staff and as a school that our students are going to be lifelong learners. Okay, we may not be able to provide exactly what we want to on a day-to-day basis as we would in the classroom with our students, but we want to provide the essential standards that were remaining for students per class, and bring that to and provide those standards, have lessons that supplant those those standards, and then have the teachers somehow assess that to bring it to a grade. The 9 weeks, the third 9 weeks work was already in, and those grades will not go down. The grades that the lessons and the work that students are doing now can only let that grade rise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what we're doing basically in a nutshell, is providing the essential standards that are going to allow students to be successful come next fall.
All right.
Okay, so that looks
Yeah.
different every classroom, every teacher, um, but there are some similarities to the delivery, and trying to get to that final grade is where we're going to be.
All right. Thank you. So, amidst this, there's always been students who do and do not mix well with academic activities, in the sense that some of them shirk off assignments and whatnot. Is that a worry of yours during this, that people not actually being present at school might lower their performance? Or do you think it's easier?
There again, everybody acts as an individual. Everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses. We hope that our students are going to take advantage of what these teachers are presenting them and become more knowledgeable. We want all our students to be academically inclined. We know that uh, with 500 students, there's going to be a wide range of abilities, desires, ambition, and that kind of thing. But we still are shooting for the masses, and we want everybody to take advantage of what our staff is trying to provide for them. Um, like I said, if we can get to 90%, we feel like we're doing really, really well. If we can get to 100%, that's where we want to be. We've contacted teachers, or we've contacted students, we've contacted parents and guardians to get them to try to motivate these students to take advantage of some opportunities to gain knowledge, and we'll continue to do that until the calendar, the year-end calendar runs out.
All right. All right. So I myself have, unfortunately, during this time, gone through some tragedy here. As in, obviously, I'm a senior, so graduation is really up in the air, as well as the different state activities that I managed to qualify in this year. Do you know if anything will be done after the lockdown about things like that? For mostly graduation, since that affects the entire senior class.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate and sad that the activities that our students are involved in have been uh, taken away, basically, for lack of a better term, due to the pandemic. Um, whether it's athletics, fine arts, um, concerts, um, on and on. It's just really a tragedy for our students. We are in active talks right now about graduation. We are in contact with the county health department, trying to get as much guidance as we can. Obviously, the governor has extended the stay-at-home order yesterday, um, but we are trying to get something hammered out for graduation. And I could go into detail with you on that, as what our plans are, but I just want you to know that there are plans in the work. We're going to try to stay as close to the 17th of May, the actual graduation date, as possible. Um, I do know that. What that looks like, that's the unknown. We do not know what the actual ceremony will be, if there is a ceremony, but we are trying to get something to try to celebrate those seniors and their graduation experience.
All right. All right. So, as our principal and therefore the leader, the beacon of our school, what are you most worried about in this pandemic? Is there anything that particularly troubles you? For instance, maybe the future of next year. What do you think that'll look like?
Yeah, and it's tough. The thing that bothers me the most is, or my fear is, I don't want anybody to get sick. I don't want anybody to become gravely ill and potentially have to fight for their life. Um, I feel like we're very fortunate as a school community that we've had the positive response that we've had to our curriculum rollout piece. And I know there's a lot of unknown still about how the pandemic's going to go, but without a vaccine or proper treatments or the amount of testing that can be done, um, it's hard to say what the fall is going to look like. Um, the only comfort that can come from that is we have established some type of school model that doesn't bring us to the brick and mortar, doesn't bring us into the building. If we would have to go that route, it's like I said, it feels good that we have had the response that we've had, so maybe we can still deliver a curriculum and have school carry on in the fall if we're not able to come into the building. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, that was perfect. Well, I suppose thank you for your time and your honesty in answering these questions. I certainly hope that everything goes well. And as far as sickness, it's a good time to live in small town Kansas. So
Thank you very much, and go Rockets.